Hey everybody, Eric Schweitzer here for TheGamer. Today we're looking at Dragon Ball: Sparking Zero.
Woo!
Joined by George Foster, the biggest Dragon Baller there's ever been.
You know what? I'll take it. That is me.
George, first question. Why do they name the games like this? Is it so that normies like me will stay away?
Well, that's maybe part of it, but actually, it goes back to the series being called Sparking in Japan. They've just kind of like made it the worldwide name. The original series, Budokai Tenkaichi, on the PS2 was called Sparking there. So I guess they've just kind of gone, yeah.
And this is 0 because that's how many points out of 10 you're giving it?
Whoa. Complete
Just
opposite.
kidding. The opposite. Psych.
Psych. Got you.
All right. It's Dragon Ball, every character ever. They're punching each other. We're back to the Budokai golden days, and you couldn't be happier.
I could not be happier. But before that, do you like Dragon Ball, Eric? Tell me
Never
what you
heard
feel.
of it. Didn't hear of it until this game came out, and I was like, "What's a Dragon Ball?"
That can't be true.
That's not true. I've heard of it. I know a Goku. I know a Piccolo, a Krillin. You know, Majin Buu.
I mean, that's more than I expected you to know if you don't like it. But why?
It's
why
not
have
that
you
I
ever
don't
got
like
into
it. I just don't know it. I
Well,
don't know. I don't know. Frank Ocean's saying about Majin Buu. That's about everything I know about Dragon Ball.
That saddens me. I feel like we could get close on this. We could bond.
I think it's a million episodes where nothing happens. Is my impression of Dragon Ball.
Well,
But
I regret asking. Because we've had a similar discussion in the past around Summer Game Fest about Dragon Ball, which I played for the first time there.
right.
And you asked me, what is it that you like about it? Is it just people powering up and screaming at each other? And at the time, I didn't have a good answer, but I have a good answer now.
Okay.
So those parts are great. The fights are great. They are just an excellent telling of like the underdog going up against the strongest thing he can. Just the quest for power, to defend, to just be heroic without necessarily being a superhero. But those scenes, the fight scenes, which are probably the most well-known part of Dragon Ball, are just part of it. You know, you've got all the character interactions, you've got all the storytelling before. You know, it's known for its battles, but there's so much more to it. Like, Goku isn't just... Well, he's kind of a bad example because he's quite a simple character. But he's not just, I want to fight stuff. Like, there's more to him than that. And I think that's why Dragon Ball works. I think that's why any story kind of works. Is that the characters are the heart and soul of it. Not just the battles. They're great. They're iconic. But the characters are what matters.
Well,
That's why I
after
love Dragon Ball.
2,000 episodes, you would hope there's more to it.
I'm never going to win you over on this.
I'm happy that you're happy, and it seems like the Dragon Ballers are pretty psyched.
Yeah, this is huge right now.
Because we've had a lot of Dragon Ball fighting games. Even like it's not as though there hasn't been a Dragon Ball game in 10 years or something.
Yeah,
But this is
it's
sort of
different.
a return to form.
Yeah, so the most recent Dragon Ball games we've had, the biggest one that comes to mind is Xenoverse.
Yeah.
But that's all about creating your own character. Like, the battles are kind of... They're not really the focus of that. It's more multiplayer stuff and an always online world, that kind of thing. And then Fighters was fantastic. That's probably the second best Dragon Ball game, in my opinion now. But it was very competitive. Like, that was the point of that. There weren't many characters because each character had to be very unique and different. Sparking Zero goes back to the Budokai Tenkaichi series, which was all about having as many characters as possible and feeling like you're in Dragon Ball. And that's what this does, to the nth degree beyond what I can even believe. Like, I'm grinning thinking about it. I am so happy that this exists.
It's really just the ultimate fan service in a style that when everybody was 12 years old, they really loved.
Ooh, I feel like that's a dig.
I can't help it. I can't.
like
I'm trying.
Yeah, but basically, yeah. When I review stuff, I'm sure you're the same. I try and leave that kind of fandom part of me at the door. I think you have to. You know, like if a Kingdom Hearts game comes out and it's bad, I would say it's bad. It would pain me to do so. Yes, I would. I would say it. I'd probably enjoy it more than most, but in a critical sense, I would have to be honest about that.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball it's almost like beyond. It's ignoring the point that this is a game for fans.
Right.
There is so much love and care and little details just everywhere. It really is the kind of game that I wouldn't recommend to you. As much as I'd love to see your reaction to it, I don't think you'd get any enjoyment out of it. I think
Dragon Ball's
really
in
has
that
to be-
place now where it's not really making new fans. It just has a critical mass of fans.
Yeah.
And so playing up the nostalgia is sort of where the series is at. And it's obviously really effective because the review scores are pretty incredible. It's got 9 out of 10 on Steam, extremely positive.
Yeah.
I guess the user scores aren't out yet because this hasn't released quite yet.
No, it's had an early launch if you get the deluxe edition, like the
Right.
most awful trend in gaming right now. But
Yeah, what do you get in this Ultimate Edition?
you get
You
like
get 50 extra characters?
you get Super Shenrons, you do a wish, you get Daima Goku, and you get early access and like some other bits and bobs.
180 fighters. Is there gross monetization in this too?
No, none, nothing like that.
How about that?
There's a shop that you can buy items and clothes and characters with, but it's all in-game money.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like that. It just feels like a time capsule in a way. Every time I've played it, I felt this is just what it was like on the PS2.
Yeah.
Like in terms of unlocking characters and having no clue how you do that. Like it's just like unlock this character, you have to just figure it out. You have to do everything. In terms of, you know, the difficulty of it as well. Like this is something that's really surprised people since this early launch. Like the AI does not mess around. The story mode itself, and it's very Budokai Tenkaichi, is tough as nails. It is so hard, to the point where when I started like reviewing it, I was like, oh Christ, how am I going to finish all of this on time? And then also beyond the difficulty, the amount of stuff that's in it, like, it just feels feature complete. You know, it doesn't feel like they've cut off something and they're waiting to sell it back, or like we'll get an update in a few months. Like, oh, we actually had this mode all along. Get this add-on or whatever. It just feels in a rarity for this day and age. Like it feels like you pay the money for it and you just get your money's worth and then some.
Yeah, talk about this creation mode where you can recreate your favorite battles from throughout the Dragon Ball story.
So I think that one's the episode battle that's talking about. Custom battle's the creation one, but I will get to that. Episode battle is this game's version of the story mode. Previous games have just kind of had like a massive, map, and you just go around it, and it's like, oh, Goku. But Sparking Zero's kind of changed that around a bit, and you have 8 different episode battles, each with a different character. So you get to see like their story. So if you want to be Future Trunks, you can do his thing. You see a bit of Super. Goku still has like a 70 or 80 battle long thing that takes hours, but everyone else is like a shorter experience, just so you can see what the other characters get up to as well. For the most part, it's what you'd expect. It gets really, really cool and special when you do the what if scenarios. Like I love a what if. I love an alternate universe thing. I'm sure you're the same as a fellow nerd. And some of the stuff here, I won't mention it because I don't want to spoil it for people. But I was looking at my TV when I saw it, like, oh my god, they went there. Like some of the stuff, that there's like 2 examples of where they go really wild with it, and then the other ones are a bit more grounded. They're a bit more obvious, but they're still like smart alternate stories. They're the sort of thing where it's the kind of stuff that Dragon Ball fans have been asking for a while. What if this character did this, or if this form was unlocked here? And it just says to me, Spike Chunsoft, who made this one, they made the previous Budokai Tenkaichi games.
Yeah.
They're just like so in tune with what the fans want.
Yeah.
Which is rare, I think.
Rare and exactly what this game needed.
Yeah, 100%.
What it needed to be, yeah.
And then
Cool.
Custom Battle, which is the thing you were asking about, is something I've dived into less. The story mode is so long, there are so many characters, there's so many things to do. I've unlocked every character, I've done all the story stuff. custom mode is, something I'm getting to. But basically, what it allows you to do is make your own battles, make your own scenarios, make your own, your what ifs. And the creator for that is like really detailed. I'm not really a creation guy with these kind of things. I kind of just like something like Little Big Planet. I just play the levels. I don't make stuff. I am not creative like that. But the potential for stuff here is like really, really cool. The stuff that I can see people making, it has the potential to keep the game going for years from now. We might not ever need another Sparking Zero because you could just do whatever battles you want with them.
So what? I mean, a fighting game, you can make a battle between any characters. What exactly does this add? Is it like you can like make little short films?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So you can do the intro. You can do you can have NPCs comment on stuff. You can do really cool. Is like you can do the title screen, like you get in a Dragon Ball episode. So it's like George and Eric talk about Sparking Zero, and it's got the Dragon Ball behind it. Like that's super cool.
So you're like making a little Dragon Ball episode.
Yeah, exactly. You make a little Dragon Ball episode, and then you can edit parameters of like if this character gets to 40% health, they'll transform and they'll say this and that sort of thing. There are limits. You can't input custom text because then you just get the most vile stuff ever. And some of it kind of comes off a little like there's these bonus battles that are kind of examples of the custom mode, and it says like some of the way the dialogue works because you're just inserting a name or an adjective or a noun or whatever. So it's like, I'll curse you, subordinate, that sort of thing. Which is a little bit like ropey, but it's well done. Like it's a very cool thing. I personally, not for me. I'm looking forward to seeing what people do with it. And I think it's a smart addition to a game that's clearly aiming to be the ultimate Dragon Ball game for like 10 years to come.
Yeah. Cool. You think this will get a bunch of DLC too?
It already has some confirmed.
Okay.
So there's wild to think they're missing characters with 182, but they are missing Dragon Ball Super Superhero and Dragon Ball Daima, which is the upcoming series. So they've got like a season pass.
Yeah.
All the characters from that.
Wow.
I'm so on board. Like I think I've put 60, 70 hours into Sparking Zero now, which is wild. I haven't slept much, and I don't care because it's Dragon Ball, and I'm ready to put even more hours in. That is how much I love this game.
Wow. With how good Sparking Zero is, imagine how much better Sparking 1 will be.
I can't wait. And Sparking 2, Sparking 3. Bring them on.
Nice. Okay, cool. Anything else to touch on?
No, I think I guess I'm just very happy that this kind of thing, in this like era of gaming, I'm very happy that we get a game like this. I've always thought, Budokai Tenkaichi was known for its massive roster. It was known for having so many characters. And I always thought if they did it again, with how long games take to make now, it would have so much less detail, like fewer characters. It would have barely anything. It'd be bare bones, like restart. But they've just gone all out. They've just done everything you could imagine. I feel like if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you're already sold. Like it's Dragon Ball, but I'm just so happy. I love that they've done it.
Good for you, buddy. Can't wait to see it in your top 10 list this year.
Oh, it's there. I won't say where, but it's there.
All right. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and visit us at thegamer.com. That's TheGamer. No spaces.